Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation about Pig's Coffee. Here we go by starting with table of contents and of course team member introduction. Our group names is Baristas. We choose this name for the topic coffee because we are talking about coffee and we are the coffee lovers. My name is Shahrizada. And if I move to next slide, here I'm going to talk about some statistics and analysis in coffee industry Korea. So you can see here the leading city with a total number of coffee shops in thousands is of course Seoul, with 15,000 coffee shops are located in there, and the second one with no really difference here is Gyeonggi-do. However, other cities are even cannot come closer to the number that cities have. And the second statistic shows actually the coffee consumption by Koreans, and here you can see the data stats from 2013, and since 2013 and coming to 2019 there has been stable growth in coffee consumption with a slight increase in 2,000 people per year, right? And the statistics are quite new. So also I would like to talk about some unique coffee culture in Korean, because in Korea coffee is not just a drink, it's a culture, social life. Why? Koreans are mostly really like to spend their time and gather in coffee shops with their co-workers, with their family or friends to talk about their life, work and so on. So coffee shops are full of people usually daily, right? And yes, it's like a kind of way of socializing for Koreans. And also Korea has a Seoul International Coffee Show, which is a massive holiday for coffee lovers, which is held annually. And the second of all, in Korea most of cafes are quite unique. They have own style and own theme. The most popular ones recently are pet cafes, with like cat cafes or dog cafes, which are quite famous among Korean couples, Korean people. It's the good way to release the stress, right? And the third of all is, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just a drink. Yes, it's a trend for employees or for students. Taking a cup of coffee and going to workplace or going to university, it's a good way to get energy, right? And the most loved specialty of coffee is Americano, because it doesn't contain sugar or it's not sweet, which Koreans love. And the third slide here will introduce you with some literature review about determinants of price of specialty coffee. So the example was taken in Korea. The research question was about actually what are the determinants of coffee price, and the results are telling us that aroma, mouthfeel, and the influence overall coffee satisfaction of a drinker, and influence of course a coffee price too. The second literature talking about coffee, the attraction experiences, and explores the experience of visitors to coffee attractions. And the results were actually very amazing, because the rich coffee culture and coffee experiences that can be associated with coffee related travel, which means in the future we will experience a huge growth in coffee tourism. And I would like here to briefly introduce you with the Pig's Coffee and the reasons why we've chosen this coffee brand. So why? First reason was, of course, it's very fashionable Korean brand, however has really reasonable price for their large size, and it's quite young comparing to other brands, and with growing popularity, right? And they have around 700 franchises all around the world, including Korea. So minimum price for Americano is 2,000. one, and for a large size is 3001. They have quite a variety of menu, including ice cream, which has also good value. So here is, you can see the picture of their CEO Paek Jong-won, who is very famous person in Korea, famous chef, and he has own TV shows on TV. So the brand Paek's Coffee, it started from 2006 in Nonghyun area. It opened as a small cafe, but later, it developed into chains. It actually belongs to the company The Born Korea, which is directed by the CEO Paek Jong-won. And if I talk a little bit more about the Born company itself, the company actually focuses on the restaurant service and has franchises all over the world, including USA, China, Southeast Asia. And yes, so coming to background, here's some I would like to share some really interesting facts about the logo, which kept changing until 2015. Later they had their stable logo with the face of their CEO. Their motto is cheap, big and delicious to show and represent themselves easier to customers. And as you can see here, there are some locations in Seoul of Paek's Coffee, and also the headquarter location, which is in Nonghyun area. In Seoul, Paek's Coffee chain is located mostly in crowded areas, near shopping malls, in shopping malls, business centers, offices, and universities, and so on, to make easy access for customers. And also, besides Seoul, nowadays it is operating in Jeju-do and other big cities of Korea. There, here you can see outside branches, franchises. For example, first of all, it was open in China in 2015, later entered to Singapore's market, and later in Vietnam too. So here you can see the physical environment, and the outlets are decked into blue and yellow colors, which are easy to notice from far away. And the design is quite unique, with open windows. However, some other brands are quite big and with some tables and chairs to sit inside too. And as I mentioned, Paek's Coffee, they are mostly doing takeouts. And here you can see in the first picture, the cafe is for takeouts, right? There are no tables, no chairs, and the atmosphere is quite wide and cozy inside. The second picture shows us the environment with tables and chairs for customers. And here the pictures taken by our group. You can see that some signs to make customers feel more comfortable to read, right? They have like big letters, and menus are quite big to notice, to read, and very colorful, and also have 2 languages to read, English and Korean. And here you can see the window a little bit closer for takeouts. People can wait outside when there are a lot of people waiting inside too, and it's easy to just get a takeout from here. So here I would like to share my own experience, which I purchased recently. And actually, I'm a loyal customer of Paek's Coffee. I do buy every day. I do drink coffee every day from there. And you can see the picture of my coffee, and you can see my payment process here. So the results of my experience are quite good, because they have good quality for the price, and also staff who are quite kind and professional doing their job, and also very polite, greeting all the time. And what I like there is less waiting time comparing to other brands. For example, Starbucks, I spend just like 2 or at most 5 minutes waiting there if there are no many people inside, and they just make my coffee very quickly. For example, in Starbucks I can spend up to 10 minutes if they're quite busy, right, waiting for just for my cup of coffee. So thank you so much for watching me, and next part will be continued by my group mate. Thank you.
Let's talk about target market. First of all, price sensitivity. Consumers low price for good quality. Rushes, students and employees in rushes. Takeouts comfortable for those who wants to stop by. Main target market are people who are price sensitivity. Consumers, as the brand offers low price for the coffee comparing to other price, so that who usually buy their are attached by the low price for good quality. According to the observation, as the coffee branch does not have tables or chairs to sit and mostly serves takeouts, people in rushes and student and workers buy there too. They are considered as a target market. People can buy during their break times and go back to their offices or study places. Uh, Talking about SWOT analysis, strength situated in high rust house territories such as Seoul Station, Gangnam Station, brand owner firms. Uh, as we know, it is developing rapidly its brand so that it has a great connection with the coffee providers to maintain their prices with providing high quality of services to the customers. Opening their branches in crowded areas as well as in subways, station, offices, universities, etc. One reason this cafe is famous in Korea because of the founder of the cafe, who is one of the most famous food businessmen in Korea. He is a businessman who runs a variety of food franchise businesses and is also appearing on a variety of food related TV programs. Weaknesses. Second is weaknesses. Crust in the ice melts quickly and waters down the coffee. Diversity of coffee. Uh, when they provide a coffee, they have a small pieces of ice which can melt easily in summer season and overflow of coffee. And they do not have the varieties of coffee items who can taste it, who can feel the other tastes along with the Korean taste. Second and third one is opportunities. Venture into European and Latin American businesses sectors. As it is newly in the market, it has a high reputation in the service providing, as it has a high chance to expand its brand in its brand adventures into European, Latin American business areas. And fourth one is newly arising coffee chains. Uh, as they are newly arising coffee chains in the market because no one can believe that the new one can provide the high quality of services, uh, so that it's the main threat to them to make a good balance in the market comparison to other coffee chain. Talking about 4 Bs, first of all, place progressed and crowd urban areas, 17 minutes drive from the Seoul station. uh, As we know, everyone gives more focuses on the crowded place to run their businesses, so that package coffee shops are mostly opened in crowded areas like um, Gangnam Station, and the main branch of there is 17-meter drives from the Seoul Station, which is in Gangnam Station. Uh, Second is product centralized on coffee bean specialty bean with Arabic smooth sizes and teas, ice cream and desserts. As we have visited the coffee shop, then we can see that there are many concentrated on coffees, that is Brazilian specialty beans with Arabic, which is more specialty in their branch. They want to make it more uh, uh, special with some smooth sizes, teas, ice cream, and desserts. Third one is promotion. To promote their brand, they have their own Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter account, YouTube channel, as well as they associate with WAH Korea club memberships. They can take part in any program to expand their name of their brands, as well as they can uh, take help from the famous YouTube bloggers to promote their brands. And last one is price. The lowest price is $2 for an essential Americano iced coffee, and highest price is $6. Here are some menus of packaged coffee chains. Coffee iced Americano, coffee late and beverage, green tea late, and grapefruit tea. Uh, let's talk about Himalayan Java. Himalayan Java is the first coffee shop in Nepal, which was established in 1999. Began as a Nepal first specialty coffee shop. Himalayan Java is a Nepali brand that is specialized in handicraft coffee and bakery. It is the first coffee shop of Nepal. The main theme of the coffee shop is to expand the Nepali coffee cultures in throughout the world as well as in Nepal. This is the physical environment of Himalayan Java coffee shop. And the most important thing of Himalayan coffee Java is its one branch is um, opened in opened at 6,000 meter above from the sea level, which is in Mustang district at Johnson. And comparison between packaged coffee and Himalayan Java. Location: South Korea, Nepal. Established in 2000, package coffee shop, and Himalayan Java established in 99. Packaged coffee shop products are coffee, juice, ice cream. Himalayan Java coffee shop bakery, coffee and pizza. Uh, Out of 5, 3.6 uh, rated for packaged coffee, and out of 5, 4.3 rated for Himalayan Java coffee. Branch: more than 500 branches in South Korea. Packaged coffee shop: more than 20 branches in capital city, only in Himalayan Java. Services provided by the cafes: coffee, ice cream, dessert, beverage. Services provided by the Himalayan Java: Nepali coffee bean, coffee equipments, coffee farm, barista training, bakery training. And uh, for the expensive one, $6. A cheaper one, $2 for Americano ice. A cheaper one for Americano, $1.5. Expensive, $3.3. And here are two pictures of coffee of packaged coffee shop and Himalayan Java. Let's talk about how they are serving during COVID-19. Uh, First of all, offer different types of assistance like services. uh, as they do not want to decrease their number in regular customers, they are provided with door-to-door facilities by increasing the number of delivery services. Second, follow the rules and regulation applied by the government. They give most focuses on the keeping distance between the customer and consumers, or making a distance between the customers, to using hand sanitizers, providing the masks to the employees, and use the masks of both customers and the employees of the shops. And they started the services of self payment. And last one is one plus one promotion. As they are newly in the market, they do not want to lose their regular customers, so that they can provide one plus one offers on drinks. And let's talk about conclusion. Fashionable but cheap. As me and my friends visited there, they have their own designed cups, which shows more fashionable and the cheap amount for the drinks. Large size. As you see in the picture, the size of the cup is large. Completely new brands with high potential. As they are new in the market, they have the employee have the more high potential to develop their brands throughout the world. Being a number one, make foreign taste along with Korean taste. uh, they are also focusing on some foreigner taste for the tourism development as well as Korean taste for uh, the development of home tourism. Make all the agreements with the coffee providers to have results. Mostly they are giving focus to the coffee providers to make their menu cost low. uh, and they do not want to lose their consumers. Some for future implications, potential for being exported of coffee tourism. Second, add some other tastes of coffee max as well. Third, using latest coffee machine technology, more deals with overseas and more international franchises. It may help in the development of hotel and food industry as well as also develop coffee tourism too. Hoping that it is mainly focused on some international tastes, which is especially for the tourism. They are also using latest coffee machines or coffee equipments, which makes them easy to provide quick and fast services to their customer. Dealing with international brands and wants to develop their branches to foreign countries too, to expand its brand as well as its fame, so that they have deal with more some international franchises. Here are some references that we can take help to know more about package coffee shop, and you can also take help from these references to know more about package coffee shop. If you have any question, you can ask without any hesitation. Thank you for your concentration.